Hey everyone, it's Saph, and today I'm going to be doing something that I've never done a video like this before. Even though so many of you have asked me to do a video like this, I just have never gotten around to it or haven't felt confident enough in my writing skills to be able to talk about it. But today I'm going to be trying to hopefully help you write a song. Basically, I just wanted to do this video to try and help you guys write songs if you'd like to, how I write them, how I create songs, hopefully to help you be able to use it as an outlet for your feelings, or to be able to write a song for someone, or to write a song as an artist. I really hope that this can help. I don't profess to be, the best at all. I'm always learning, and I think that's really important. If you want to be a songwriter or if you want to write songs, you have to be open. You have to understand that we're all just learning. No one's going to be the best at this. No one knows the formula of the best song. I mean, people have their theories about that, definitely. I hope this can help. Gosh, I've been writing songs for a very long time. I've been writing songs since I was probably around 8 years old, and I seriously can remember some of the songs that I wrote at that time and back then. I think one of the first songs I wrote, I was listening to the radio and they were talking about Lady Gaga and a song that she'd released around the same time, and they were like, oh, there's rumours that she wrote it in 10 minutes. So I set myself this goal at 8 years old to write a song in 10 minutes, and that's what I did, and that song has stuck with me to this day, and seriously, I remember every single word, and I actually ended up recording it when I was 9 or 10. So yeah, that's kind of where my writing journey started. I think I started writing just by accident. I was obviously doing all the YouTube stuff and just singing, but writing music was never something that I didn't start by writing and then singing. I was a singer first, and writing was something that I just tried for fun. I used to write mini songs with my best friend as well, Brooke. She and I used to write songs, and oh gosh, we used to perform them to our families at Christmas. It was great fun. I loved just making music, making songs, creating melodies, creating lyrics, and seeing what I could do with it and have some fun. And then I guess I kind of just dabbled. I'd write songs randomly from then. So from 8 years old, I'd just randomly make songs sometimes, and I'd write them to all sorts of things, type beats, instrumentals from songs I liked. I'd just write random things. But I think I must have been I want to say around 15, 16 when I started to kind of use writing as an outlet for me to talk about how I was feeling, because I've never been the best at talking about my feelings, so I kind of used to put them into songs instead. So I'd get my notebook and I'd just start writing these things I was going through, and the things that I wanted to talk about, because at that point in your life, you're 15, I had two boyfriends in kind of semi-long-term relationships, I guess. I had a lot I wanted to talk about, a lot I wanted to get out of my system related to those things. So I kind of used it as an outlet to do that, and it really, really helped me. I'd also written things about, I wrote a song about the Hunger Games and my take on that, and I'd written songs about Disney films, and if Cinderella went a different way and the shoe wasn't found, or things like that. I try and do different takes, if Alice in Wonderland didn't go down the rabbit hole, what would have happened. I have a million ways I write. I was trying this morning to write down notes in my notebook, things, I was gonna do okay, step 1 is we get this, and step 2 is you grab this, but I realised that that's not how I write at all. I never sit down and go, okay, I'm gonna write a song now, because I never feel like I'm creatively free. I feel like I've kind of locked myself in a box of okay, Saph, you have to write a song, and it never works for me. I don't think that's ever worked for me. I always have to just be like, oh whoa, okay, there was a song that I've just like come up with. So you know, songs come to me in the shower, songs come to me in the car, they come to me normally at the most annoying times because I'll just be about to go to bed and then suddenly like all this melodies hit me. You've got to record it, so it's like, grab my phone, like record this little thing, and you've got to make sure you record it. Or I'll be laying in bed trying to fall asleep and a song comes to me and then I gotta get up again and record it, because otherwise you lose it and you forget it. Always happens, you fall asleep, you wake up the next day, it's like, no, nothing, I can't remember what it was. So I always make sure that I've recorded it. So I like to kind of make sure I've got all my stuff prepped first. So when I say stuff prepped, I have so many notebooks. This is only like half of them as well. Half of them are at my studio too. So this is book number 1. This is like my main go-to book, but it's pretty much full now, so I have another one. This one I use for drawing my feelings. There's some interesting drawings. I've got like bits where I've like put all the other bits I've written in these kind of these things here, there's stuff in there too. Book number 2 is a book that says My Unspoken Thoughts. I guess it's kind of right, and this is a smaller book that I'd kind of like take around with me, but I haven't used this one as much because I got another one with with this down the side so that I can tear the pieces out when I got annoyed at a piece that I'd written and gone, no, never doing that, never using that. I also have this, which is a music book that my mum got me when I was really young. And it basically has like lines to be able to actually like compose and score. Having this is really handy because if I'd like to write a score, or because I love soundtracks. Oh, that's a whole nother video of that, because I have an obsession with scoring and soundtracks. So another one, Deep Thoughts About the Universe, another lovely book. And I've also got multiple other ones, but having enough notebooks to get you through is very important. Another thing is having something to record. So I just like to use my phone to record my voice memos, and I just use the voice memo app, and I record all of my ideas, you know, things like that. I just record them onto that. Sometimes I've used like photo booth on my laptop, then I'll just film myself singing the stuff. But having the voice memo app is amazing. It means that you can name them and make sure that you can find them really easily. I've used that for so long, but having that means that everything you do is recorded and you can go back to it instead of going, oh, what was that thing that I did, because I've done that so many times. So making sure that you can record it in some way is really, really important. I have Pinterest boards. I have a Pinterest board called Song Stuff, quotes and captions and ideas. I also love poetry. Poems really help me kind of get ideas out there. Sometimes I start with these as well. You know, I can be sat there just reading one of these. This one's called The Sun and Her Flowers. Then I've also got Milk and Honey and Planting Gardens in Graves. This is my favourite one by a long way. I have written multiple songs from this. So lyrics can come in different ways. There's also websites called Rhyme Zone that I use all the time when I'm stuck on rhymes. A song like, for example, Painkiller, which is one of my songs, which you can go and listen to on Spotify. I hope you enjoy it. That song was something that I wrote when I was just sat at the piano. It was like mid-lockdown. I'd been listening to a lot of dark pop, kind of like your very like dark synth sounding pop music. So I sat there with my piano and I turned it onto like some dark synth and I played the chords that go. You got that like dark sound to it, and I played it really, really low on the piano. I just remember just suddenly having this like flashback to a moment I had when I was like 14. Suddenly like went back to this place. I've never written something about a past experience. It's normally always in the moment experiences and what I'm going through at the time. But this song was different, and then I just went. Felt the pain, it hit my back. As you told me sorry, I'm sorry. I wrote the entire song in the space of like half an hour, but I just remember sitting there going like, no, deep inside you were trying to hide about you, called me insane just for thinking. Settle down and don't complain. Sometimes you can do songs and it comes out as a load of mumbo jumbo because for example Stars, which is another one I've done, I've got this recording of me playing the guitar to this beautiful star projector that I have, and I was laying on my bed and I was just playing the guitar, and I recorded it on voice memos, but half of the voice memo is like and it's literally just like a load of mumbo, like doesn't make any sense, but the melody was there. There's also a way I go around writing, which is using the instrument first. So I could be sat at the piano, have an idea, or sat at the guitar, have an idea. You can be playing chords, you can be playing just little melodies. Sometimes I write from the melody that I've created on the piano. So yeah, there's a million ways you can go around kind of instrumentation. You don't always have to use an instrument to write to. Sometimes people just write in the air. They kind of just write lyrics and melodies and record it into a voice memo and then just go from there. You can also use things like type beats on YouTube, so I've done that a million times. You just type in like an artist that you like. As you've probably seen in quite a lot of my very sad versions, I always seem to love doing this like sad moment at the end. Sorry, baby, just say yes. You're a bad babe. I'm everything they said I would be. And I do definitely use that in my writing. I'm one for pushing boundaries when it comes to the trends of the time, but it's about taking the tones from that you love. What's the specific thing that I love about jazz? You know, is it the way that the piano is played in such a mellow and kind of flowy way? And maybe it's the use of a saxophone. It's using and taking those tones and bringing them to your music. Like, what do you love about music? There's so much out there that you can take inspiration from, and I could talk about it for hours. But it's just simply taking inspiration and bringing it in. But anyways, that was becoming very, very deep, and I needed to like jump out of that hole pretty quickly before we ended up in a Saph's version of a TED Talk. Structure-wise, the normal structure of a song is verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. That is the normal kind of pop song structure, and I normally use that. There's also places where you can turn the bridge into an instrumental. There's no lyrics, no melody, no nothing. It's just instrumental, a guitar part that's like crazy, or a sing-along moment, bits that people can sing along to, echoed moments. So yeah, that's kind of how I like to write songs. I mean, there's a million ways people write songs. I do have this book as well that I've been reading called The Art of Songwriting, but I definitely think that there is no rules. There's no rules, there's no right way, no wrong way, and you have to write for what, like, in a way that you love. You know when it's an Ed Sheeran song. You know when it's written by Ed Sheeran. You can just tell. You can tell when it's written by Taylor Swift. You just know. So every artist is different. Every way of writing is different. Whether you start with a guitar, whether you start with a piano, whether you start with a type beat, whether you start with the melody and you're singing it in the shower, or the lyrics, or maybe someone said something to you and you were like, oh, there's like a song in that. Things inspire you, and I think it's really important that you keep an open mind. Always be open to learning. I'm always learning. I'm always like, wow, okay, that's really cool. I've never written like that before. Write with other people. That is the most amazing thing. It can take a little bit to get used to. You also have to find the right people to work with, the right people to write with, people who are also open and up to learning and up for, you know, trying new things. It's really, really important that you understand each other and understand that it's a very, very personal and honest thing. Songwriting is very, very honest. It's very open and very raw. Try new things. I really hope this has helped. I feel like it was a load of mumbo jumbo in the end. But I hope that it's kind of explained how I go about writing and how maybe you can as well. And I really hope that it's helped and you've been able to pick up bits. Like maybe you are now going to go and create a Pinterest board of all these quotes and ideas, or maybe you're going to go and buy a poetry book. I really just hope it's helped in some way and that it's able to inspire you to maybe try out writing for the first time. Yeah, I just really hope it's helped in some way. I know it was a load of rambling, but you know, music and writing is flows and it changes, and there's no right way or wrong way to do it. So I just hope this has helped, and have fun creating music. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you.